How's it going, folks? So the band Viirtaan Rise has released a brand new song here called Wizards of Wisdom. I really dig the artwork here, which you'll see in a moment once I throw it up on the screen here when I start the song. But I've actually put the band sent me the lyrics to the song, so I've put that in the description down below, so y'all can follow along and see where this how this fits into the story being told, the overall overarching story being told here by this band. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. I've been looking forward to checking this out. So without further ado, let's give it a listen, shall we? And check out that cover art, once it's right about yonder here in just a moment. But yeah, and follow along with the lyrics, because down in the description below. Rangers, go. And I've told you folks before many times, I'm a simple fella. I'm a simple fella. And this song here, it all relies vastly on that one melody, that's there in the intro. I wasn't sure if it was just going to be the intro tune or anything like that. And I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad they worked it into like the chorus and the rest of the song, because it really gives the song character, a personality. And what a playful and whimsical tune, and there's a tinge of darkness about it, like dark whimsy, and it's just so much fun. So as soon as that started in the beginning, I was like, dude, this is so sick. This tune rocks. It's so fun. And then, the drums kick in, and the guitar and all that, and the melody keeps going, and it really adds a new kind of energy to it. And then you get the verses, which, the thing about this song is it really is built around that main tune, which is fine, which is just, when you have a tune or melody or whatnot that's that solid, you can build the whole song around it, and not. The thing I like too about this song is they didn't rely on it solely, and let the rest of the song kind of just fall by the wayside. The verses are solid as well. It loses a bit of that touch, but by nature that's going to happen. So you get your verses that kind of, it takes away that tune, and it's a little bit more driven and just kind of leading the way up to the chorus. And then once the chorus hits and you get that tune back and the vocal melody, again, it's a relatively straightforward song, and that is never a bad thing in and of itself. You don't have to have the super complex song for it to be good. No, at least not to me. So it builds in, and I think it was a great choice just to keep that melody and have the vocal melody match it in the chorus, because you kind of hear some backing vocals and all that, and there's some added bombast. The guitars are there, and everything. It's kind of an elevated version of that initial tune, because again you have the vocals and some backing vocals, and the rest of the instruments kind of in there bolstering the sound, so it takes on an even more grand feeling, as opposed to like in the beginning where you just kind of have that tune. It's just there, it's killer, but it's like it's standing on its own, but in the chorus you have all these different elements bolster that tune, and it just takes it to another level. It just brings it up a notch, which is great, because then you have that chorus that's just full. It's somewhat bombastic. It really kind of hammers home that melody and just that feeling, and it just works really, really well. I don't see how you could have a vocal melody around that tune. Anywho, so the fact they decided to use that tune in the chorus and have the vocal melody and all that built as part of that, I think it was a great decision. And it's such a well-made tune. It's such a catchy, fun tune. It just doesn't get old. It doesn't. So I would look forward to hearing it all the way throughout the song. And I feel like that tune really defines the song. Anywho, defines the feeling or the mood that they're conveying with the song, perhaps, with the story. It suits the story element that this song is depicting. And yeah, I mean, it's such a great melody where again, this is like a chapter in a larger story. Exactly where this chapter fits and how it fits, and the feeling that it's supposed to evoke, it, or the theme of this song, of this story element. And that's great, because it's not going to blend with anything else. Like, that this is where this part of the story belongs, and this is how you're supposed to feel, and it's the defining characteristic. But yeah, so as it goes, I love how it all kind of just all comes together in the chorus and just bolsters that tune even more. And there's even a hint of chaos to it because you have that tune, and then you have the vocals, you have the backing vocals, you have everything else, but it's all in tune with that melody. But because there's so much happening, there's a tinge of chaos. But in my opinion, it works in the song's favor because it adds an element of maybe not necessarily like rambunctiousness, but just an element of, again, also not like turmoil, but that there's action happening. Whereas before it's more of like a setting the tone or the feeling of the song. But then there in the chorus, it's like there's action occurring. That there's some sort of, maybe it's struggle or some sort of ransacking happening, or what do you call it when storming the castle or storming the keep, or something is happening there, and so that feeling of almost a touch of mayhem, again, just adds more personality to the song, and so I really enjoyed that. And then you have like the bridge area with the guitar solo, and the guitar work was excellent as well. I really enjoyed that, and the drums, and it just has a good momentum to the song. And again, you have the solo and all that, and then it kind of builds back in, and you get more of the chorus and all that stuff again, and then it just ends on a really nice note, and it makes me want more. It makes me want to see what happens next. And so again, not a incredibly complex or diverse song, but it gets the job done. Great melody, and that melody was used in a very solid way. It wasn't wasted, and this song was built around it, and it fit. It just worked really, really well. And yeah, I mean, it's a fun song. It's done well. I like the vocals; they work well, and I really like how there's like the backing vocals and all that stuff in the chorus. That really helps. Would have like maybe a power metal scream here or there, but that's just nitpick. That's just me wanting a power metal scream like in every song. Let's be honest, but. But yeah, I mean, it's just a fun song. I really, really enjoyed it. It's well written, well constructed, and I'm very curious to hear more. I really want to see what other types of sounds that they have for some of the other story elements throughout this overarching thing. And yeah, I look forward to more. So fun. It's definitely a band to keep an eye on here. I feel like they know what they're doing, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below, folks. What do you think of this song here? Did you have as good a time as I did? That melody is just so great, and just brought a smile to my face. But what do y'all think? Let's talk about it, and I'll catch y'all next time. Ranger out.